Hi, my name's Melissa Druskus. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst and owner of ABC Behavior Training. I'm so excited to introduce my first book, the ABA Supervision Workbook, 1 Year of Applied Tasks for BCBA and BCABA Supervision. This book covers over 1 year of applied tasks, covering the necessary skills to become a competent and efficient certified clinician. It includes 32 unique assignments for supervisees to complete with their clients, observation tasks to be observed by the supervisor, written tasks to be submitted to the supervisor for review, and a grading rubric to assess the competency for each task. And there's also a bonus section which includes journal and podcast review templates and a resource list of online sources to help with the supervision process. This is a must-have for new and experienced supervisors, or you can pick it up as a supervisee for ideas of how to increase your unrestricted hours with your clients. The workbook is divided into 4 sections, starting with more basic concepts, then moving on to more complex topics. Each section includes 8 assignments. It's put together to go in order for new supervisees, but you can also jump around to what's most relevant based on their work setting or the experience of the supervisee. Each assignment includes a recommended materials section, a client observation task, a written assignment, and a grading rubric based on the completion and accuracy of the assignment. Section 1 covers foundational concepts and basics of measurement. The beginning of each section will list out the assignments contained in that section and provide some information and advice about the supervision goals for that topic. Let's take a look at one of the assignments. Assignment 1.5 covers the topic of operant behavior. At the top of each assignment page is a section to write the supervisee, supervisor, the relevant client or clients, the date, and all the task list items that have been practiced for this assignment. These assignments apply to both the 4th and 5th edition task list, but I have the supervisees fill in this section on their own to become more familiar with the task list and how it ties into the work they're doing. The recommended materials for this section is an article from the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis, but other recommended materials might include videos, conference videos, website articles, and more. The client observation is to record or demonstrate in person, depending on if you're doing remote or in-person supervision, the supervisee reinforcing at least 3 behaviors or skills. The written assignment requires that the supervisee provide a definition for each behavior or skill, a description of the change in the behavior or skill since implementing the reinforcement, and any supporting data that the behavior is actually being reinforced. The grading rubric ties into both the observation and written assignment. Every assignment starts with the first 2 grading points. First, was the video submitted or were they available for in-person supervision to ensure that they are meeting the client observation requirement? And the second is, was the observation length sufficient to see the targeted skill? That should be less of a problem for in-person supervision, but if a video is being submitted, we want to make sure enough is submitted to demonstrate their skill. The rest of the rubric is unique to each assignment. This one checks whether the definitions were observable and measurable, if a description of the change was submitted, that the observation demonstrated reinforcement appropriately, and that evidence, such as graphs, were provided to demonstrate an increase in the behavior. We also want to make sure there is variation in the reinforcers being used. Once you score each criteria in the rubric, you will add up their total points compared to the total possible points. If they're not demonstrating the proficiency that you want to see, provide more training, then have them redo the assessment before moving on to the next section. Each assignment also has a page for some individualized feedback for their strengths, areas for improvement, and other comments related to the topic. Here's another example of an assignment from Section 3 dealing with the VB map. As you can see, this assignment is a bit longer and the grading rubric extends onto the next page. The final thing I'll want to cover is the journal and podcast review templates in the bonus section. As supervisees go through supervision, they will likely be reading many journal articles and listening to podcasts that are relevant to their clients. These templates give you a structured format for them to demonstrate their knowledge of the material and give you a permanent product to review for supervision hours. The journal review asks for details for each section of the article, including the introduction, methods, results, and discussion. Then it has an applied section to tie the information in the article to the supervisee's work and their clients. The podcast includes a discussion about the topic, any research that was discussed during the talk, an evaluation of the presentation, and again, an applied section to discuss its relevance to the supervisee. Supervision of BCBA and BCABA trainees is so much more than just observing them with their clients and signing off on their hours. We need to make sure that our new clinicians are coming into the field prepared, competent, and with a strong foundation in the science of ABA. That takes a lot of work and planning to get them to that point. This workbook takes those hours out of the equation, and it gives you the time to focus on growing their skills instead of searching for resources and planning tasks. If you like this product, be sure to check out my online supervision curriculum. It's the only online curriculum for BCBA and BCABA supervision. It includes over 200 hours of content accessible through Canvas, an online learning platform, quantifiable skill assessments, including answer guides, feedback, and scoring rubrics, and over $100 in free products, including my supervisee and supervisor evaluation forms, competency assessments, task list assessment, and more. It covers all the task list items for the 4th and 5th edition task list, and prepares supervisees to pass the exam and gain the experience they need to become competent behavior analysts. Thank you, and be sure to hit subscribe and also check out my other products at abcbehaviortx.com.